Yesterday's too long ago. Don't agree with what I know. Tomorrow got no place to be. I see the line in the sand. Time to find out who I am. Looking back to see where
Your beard was struggling until you found the elegant Sasquatch.
It's Suplex Syndicate time! Let's get ready to rumble!
Chaos, you should have put this one in the vault, man. They not ready.
I am Tactical Santa, the Smack Talker Slaywalker, the Michael Jordan of Kringle Jingle! If you're not down with the Squatch, you can suck it! Spray and slay with the Fragrance Fiend! Suplex Syndicate, baby! Heads off! And you can't teach that. Hey! What am I doing with these two clowns?
Sponsored by the Elegant Sasquatch.
What's happening, everybody, and welcome to Suplex Syndicate. I am joined by the one and only, the king of the forest, the elegant Sasquatch, and Shifty Switchblade, who, as you guys might have seen, has been around a little while. And if you just watched the intro, we got a new permanent member, and that will be Shifty Switchblade. 30 Spray J is going to be a little bit late. He should be able to make it a little bit later. But, man, guys, welcome to the show. And I'll tell you what, man, it's been a heck of a week. It's been an awesome week. I am so glad I am here to talk wrestling with my brothers. But before we do, we got to give some big praise out there because we got the one and only Sasquatch, and he is sponsoring this show. And Squatch, you got something special coming up that kind of relates to what we're doing here tonight. So why don't you give us a rundown of this project right here?
For the second annual Beardomania. So Beardomania 2, obviously. I will be dropping 3 new scents. If you go onto my social media, Elegant Sasquatch Grooming, Facebook, Instagram, you will see the new Beard Life inspired by John Cena. It is, give me a second. That particular one is grapefruit, mince, black pepper, leather, cedar, tonka, and oud. And it smells fantastic. It's nice, bright up front, and then kicks you in the gut. And when on the dry down, it's fantastic. It's great. When I have 2 more, they will be coming out. They're all inspired by my favorite wrestlers growing up. So yeah, stay tuned. That comes out April 15th.
April 15th.
Yep.
Gotcha. I got to tell you what, if they are anything like the first Beardomania, man, you had 4 cents in the first Beardomania. Do you still have any of the first Beardomania ones available?
Oh, they're still on the website. And mind you, until 8 o'clock tonight, the birthday sale still goes on. So all those are 50% off. So until 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, fellas. If you're interested in getting Beardomania 2, you got to start with Beardomania 1 and get those 4. Because I'm going to tell you what, I did a big review on them last year. It's still up on my YouTube channel. Dude, I'm going to tell you what, Shifty, if you haven't gotten them, you better check them out, my brother, because I'll tell you what, all 4 of those scents he came out with last one are fantastic. I mean, I'm a little, I really like the Tribal Chief one. That's probably my favorite one, followed by the Woo, but The Undertaker's a little dark, but it's fantastic, and the Stone Cold one's got a little bit of that, cedar in it, I believe, if I'm right, or it's got a little bit of woodsy, if I'm right.
It's leather, it's
Leather.
raspberry.
Leather
Yeah,
raspberry.
it is very strong, very kick you in the face and
Right.
put you on the ground.
I loved every single one of them. So get all 4 of those half price and get ready for April 15th and get Beardomania 2 because
Yep.
this guy over here is not slowing down. He's all gas, no brakes when it comes to these scent profiles, man. He is knocking it out of the park.
Yes,
Speaking
sir.
of that, it is Sasquatch Sunday, and I do have in the Skywalker. That was one of those new ones for the Suplex Syndicate. And Squatch, you're gonna have to do a second Suplex Syndicate for next year because we got a new co-host, and Shifty's got to have, you know.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I can live up to that greatness, man. I don't know if I can do that. I can try, but I don't know.
Anyway,
So
folks, get yourself some Elegant Sasquatch. He's got a lot of great stuff, and I'm sure when it gets close to the drop date, he'll be teasing us with some bottles and some looks on that stuff. And he already knows. Just take my money, send me it, and as soon as you can, because I'm buying all 3 of them. But guys, what do you think? Should we talk some wrestling? Are you excited to talk some wrestling, fellas?
Yeah, I'm ready.
always.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start off with this.
Yes.
The big deal that's happening, the CM Punk, the Roman Reigns. I mean, we got pipe bombs dropping everywhere with this.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling? And leading up, because we got what, like 2 weeks left until we get to WrestleMania 2, and man, they have been just building and building with this. What do you guys think?
Go
I
ahead.
mean, I think it's gonna be one heck of a match. Honestly, I mean the both guys now, especially after this last week, Roman finally turning it up a notch and spearing, hitting him with a Superman punch in the back of the head, spearing him, and then
Right.
Putting him through the table. It's
Right.
I think it's finally gonna turn up a little bit the next couple weeks. I think honestly, like I said, I'm waiting for the CM Punk heel turn. It's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm waiting to see what goes on with the Usos too, because now they're getting involved also. And then
Right.
I seen Rikishi just put something out on his streaming page that he does. And then also the guy Zilla Fatu also said some things too about Punk. So I mean, who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
I will say this is probably the best that Roman Reigns has been on the mic.
Yeah.
Period. Like
Right.
I get it. Great brings out great. I get that.
Right.
So you're trying to verbally joust with CM Punk, which is never a good time. So you got to keep your gay game up. And he dropped a line this week about having jizz in his hair, and I lost it. I
Right.
lost it. I was like, that is great.
Right. Right.
I can't remember the last time I heard that on a wrestling show. So.
Something that was interesting that happened was you saw how Jay was telling Roman, get him, get him, get him. And he just, and it was kind of crazy because Roman's like, all right. And he went in there and he did what speared him like 3 times, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is listening to the fans, the crowd wanting one more. And I'll tell you, you know, I think the fans are gonna be switching from Punk to Roman, and Punk is gonna do a crazy heel change like we haven't seen before,
Yeah.
you know. But here's another thing that happens too. So do you guys think at WrestleMania Roman's gonna win it clean? Do you think he's gonna
No.
lose? Do you think there's gonna be some outsider? Because you see how the Usos are lining with him. You
I
think
mean,
this is a new formation of the bloodline?
when was the last time you saw Roman Reigns win a match cleanly?
To be fair, though, the last matches he's had, he's told stay out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe the
I
last
mean-
match he's had, he no outside interference. He's been trying to run it as a baby face,
Yeah.
But
I think there's going to be some sort of tomfoolery happening, and it's going to probably be the Usos coming out. It won't be Jacob because Jacob doesn't care.
Right.
I mean, it might maybe be one of the MFTs, maybe. Maybe
Yeah.
Tama Tonga, maybe, because I know he's in the doghouse, and maybe throw him on the other side. I don't know. But
Right.
something's going to happen. So
Yeah.
Right.
No, honestly, man, I think there's gonna be tomfoolery. I mean, the last time Roman, well, I mean, the last match I really remember Roman being in was last year's WrestleMania. Is like what really stands out to me of him trying to do it by himself without help or anything like that, and Paul
Right.
Heyman, doing the whole turn on everybody except for
Yep.
Seth. But
Right.
who knows? We could see The Rock come back. We could see, we can see some things happening. You never know. We could possibly see a Zilla Fatu sign a contract. He's going to be in the same town. He's taking on Karrion Cross that day. He might sign
Right.
a quick contract with WWE and jump the fence and help Roman or something.
Right.
Hey,
You mentioned something interesting, and we've all heard rumors about this. The Rock's involvement.
mhm.
Um, it's
Yeah.
all over the place. Everybody's talking about it. Let me ask you this, Squash, because you are like the big CM Punk fan.
Mhm.
So you know more of his background. Let me ask you if you, as a CM Punk fan, even thinks this is fathomable or what your take is on it. But what if CM Punk turned heel, The Rock came out, and CM Punk aligned himself with Rock being the corporate champion that he never got with Cody Rhodes? What would your take be on that?
Punk, as many times as CM Punk over the years has called somebody a corporate stooge and has called out the operation and the management, I don't think this is ever going to happen. I think that would go against everything that CM Punk stands for. You know what I mean?
Do you, do
Outside of being straight edge, I mean that's one of the things like he's never
you
really quote unquote sold out. You know what I mean?
do you think it could be perfect though? It could be perfect to where maybe he reaches a point where he's like, if you can't beat him, join him. Maybe that storyline. Do you think there's a possibility of that?
I don't see it. I don't see it. I see Roman maybe doing it, but I don't see CM Punk doing it.
What if he does it as a big FU to the fans, though?
Right.
I
It's
mean,
like,
he's
hey,
over though.
here I
That's
am. This is
like
honestly, to me, I think that sets up Roman versus The Rock at next year's Mania. Everybody's
Yeah.
been wanting it. They've been talking about it. Gives The Rock a
Right.
year to prepare himself and get the ring rust out. Yeah, it can happen. It can happen.
I would
yeah,
say this. I'm here for it. If it happens, I think it would be a cool storyline. I'm here for it. I think it'd be really cool to see what they could do. Because we already see the seeds of CM Punk turning heel again, right?
Mhm.
If you're gonna turn heel, why not become the major heel? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And blow it out because it keeps him as heavyweight champion. He's the corporate guy, and he can have all sorts of fun with all sorts of different competitors. I think it'd be a fun time. Just saying, you know.
I agree.
Yep. But we'll have to see because I think WrestleMania is going to have tons and tons and tons of twists and turns because they're setting up a lot of stuff, guys. I
Yeah.
believe. Well, what about this one, fellas? What about the Oba and Brock Lesnar match?
this should have been one of the main events of one of the nights. Like
Yep.
it's bigger than Cody versus the Cody match. It's bigger than
Right.
that. It's bigger than Roman Reigns. It seems like everybody is talking more about this than the other matches. So
You
this
know,
should have been the main event. So
I would agree with you. I think this is
Me too.
a match that defines because it's obviously going to be a passing of the torch match.
mhm.
Yep.
Is what I believe. But how do you guys think it's going to go down? How do you think it's going to happen at WrestleMania? Because Brock keeps building him up. I mean, you see Brock's being the company man. Oba
Yeah.
is pretty much smashing him. I mean, the one time Oba put his foot on Brock's chest like he had conquered him. So Brock doesn't let anybody just do that, you know. So what do you guys think? How is this going to go down? What do you think the dynamics of this? How it's going to happen?
There's a lot of factors in it because we don't know what's going on with Paul Heyman if he's recruiting in the back. We don't know what. But from the looks of it, it looks like Oba's going to beat him free and clear. He's been literally dominating Brock Lesnar for the last 2 weeks.
Right.
He's a force to be reckoned with. I think the passing of the torch is good because Obafemi, he's got the physicality. He's big. He's strong. He looks the part to take over for Brock Lesnar. But there's
Right.
another guy too that looks that part also, but he hasn't been seen on TV in a while.
Right.
So,
And that has been
that's Royce Keys.
And that has been part of the wild rumor mill I've been seeing the past couple days, because I've been seeing that what if Paul Heyman has recruited Royce Keys, and Royce Keys is a Paul Heyman guy and helps Brock Lesnar win against Oba, which I feel if that happened, it really doesn't do any harm to Oba, because if Oba doesn't lose clean, if there's outside interference, it takes nothing away from the Conqueror, and people will still get to see pretty much the torch pass to Oba, because I believe most of the match Oba's going to manhandle Brock is what
Yeah.
I think.
So the question I have is, how
Mhm.
many matches? How many matches in this Mania will actually have some sort of DQ or some sort of interference? Because that's two, if that's the case. Like how
Well,
many? Because I think one of them is supposed to be a Hell in a Cell. That. So like, how many are going to be actually
right,
DQ finishes?
right. Well, it all depends on too the card lineup. I can't remember what night this match takes place,
Second Alpha.
and what night. I don't know what night the Roman Reigns CM Punk match takes place, but I think the problem is with everything that happened in the last 6 months with people getting injured and all sorts of stuff happening, that they've just gotta somehow recoup the storyline, do whatever. Because
Yeah.
honestly, would you be mad as a Brock Lesnar fan or a Oba fan? Would you be mad if that storyline got set up? Because Brock's leaving at SummerSlam, right? He's
Yeah.
done, and then it sets up a replacement for him with Paul Heyman, and then it sets up the feud with Obo and him. I wouldn't be mad. As a fan, I wouldn't be mad seeing that, because now you're like, you know what? Now we've got like 6, 8 months, maybe a year of feud going on with those
Yeah.
two, and it could be fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
but
There's a lot of potential. A lot of potential. I'm looking forward to it. And honestly, like Sasquatch said, that should be one of the main events. Honestly,
should.
First night, it looks like CM Punk Reigns.
What was that, Squatch? I didn't hear him. Well,
there he
he'll be
goes.
back he'll be back in a minute.
But yeah, this is going to be a good match. I think this is probably going to be the one that is sets the tone. Whatever night it's on,
Right.
it's going to be. I honestly hope this isn't an early match, because I'd like to see a night 2 match of this, because
Right.
I'm just getting wore out with like Cody Rhodes. The
Right.
same stuff we've been seeing nonstop. It's
Right.
this is actually refreshing. We haven't seen Brock in a while.
Right.
He participated at the Rumble. Oba, him and Oba did the thing at the Rumble. I think this is
Right.
going to be a good match, and we're actually going to see Brock actually get pushed to the limit. I think in this
Right.
one,
Yep.
Right.
win or
Wasn't
lose.
it? I was gonna say, wasn't it when Brock took on Bill Goldberg? Goldberg was just killing him for most of the match, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or
Well,
was
they
I
had
think this wrong?
well, I know that like the first match was garbage. The first time they ever wrestled Goldberg and Brock, it was kind of like both of them. Like Brock was leaving, Goldberg was leaving, so the match was
yeah.
like they didn't really care.
Oh, and the
I
fans
know,
hated it.
right. So I know when Goldberg came back, I believe the first match was a squash match. I believe Goldberg speared him in what, like 30 seconds and won against Brock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then he's
And then
backhammered him.
Yeah, and then the second match, I believe it was like maybe like a 5-minute match and Brock won. And then the third and final that they had, I think it didn't go very long and Brock won.
Yep.
So yeah.
So
I think if memory serves me. Yep.
I feel
Okay.
bad for whoever goes on after them, because that's going to be the cool down match, and I
Right.
feel so bad for them.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. And like you said, it's kind of crazy that I mean, basically we have got Godzilla versus King Kong, and that's
Yeah,
not a main
Yeah.
event.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly. And the crowd's going to go nuts for Oba. Like they're
Yeah.
already going nuts for him now, so they're going to
Right.
pop for Lesnar like they always do. But then
Right.
that crowd just going to go ape crazy for Oba, So
Right.
It reminds me of WrestleMania 18, Hogan and The Rock. Triple H and
exactly.
Jericho came out after, and the crowd was already, crowd was up here when it was Rock and Hogan, and the crowd died for Triple H and Jericho.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting. Like I said, there's so many rumors going around about what could happen with this match, but I at least hope I at least hope we get a good solid 10-minute match out of this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
squash match, no right off the bat interference. I hope it's a good match, and whatever the way they end it, I'm good with.
I
You know,
personally would love to see an old school feat of strength in the middle of the ring between those two, and
oh,
see what actually would. Yeah, yeah, what
Yeah.
would actually.
Hogan and Warrior,
Yeah.
Hogan and Warrior
Well,
moment.
not that bad. Where there's actually memes made of it. Not that bad, but I would love to see something like that.
Right. Yeah, I think it will. I think there's going to be some really cool moments in that match. I'll bet you they're going to have so many moments that it's going to be like a highlight reel, just that
Oh yeah.
match.
Yeah.
You know, so
So
looking forward to that one. Hopefully, it meets or exceeds our expectations. But like I said, man, like I just hope there's no squash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
as a Brock Lesnar Goldberg fan, when Goldberg squashed Lesnar, I'm like, what was the point of that? You know,
exactly.
like,
Exactly.
yeah,
He
yeah,
just needed to get his contract over with.
right.
Yeah.
The ink just got fresh, and boom, there we go. Yeah, it was pretty
Exactly.
crazy, right? Well, all right, guys, moving on. This one right here is probably generating a lot too. There's so many rumors about this one. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Um, what have you guys been hearing about this?
Um, there's somebody else. There's going to be another person involved in this. He's on the phone with Randy all the time. I
Right.
personally, I don't like this Randy heel face back and forth bull crap. Like you
Right.
Yeah.
can't smile and shake everybody's hands on the way to the ring at the same time as saying you're a killer and you're going to tell it doesn't work.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
So,
Did you did you guys kind of feel like the last 2 episodes with him having the Matt Cardona stuff going on, kinda like filler material, like, out of everybody, it's like Cardona, like
Yeah. I didn't like that.
yeah, I'm like, like, and all of a sudden Cardona's stepping up like he's a tough guy, I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not my cup of tea. Like I'm looking forward to this match, but it's not high on my list. It's probably number
right,
5 on the match list right now. So it's just,
right,
Yeah.
right.
eh,
Well, who do you guys think he's talking to on the phone?
I have no idea.
So I read something in the rumor mill that that's his way of coping with the voices in his head. He puts the phone up to his head and talks and thinks he's talking to a person in the phone, but he's talking to the voices. That's what I see. And I was like, well, that makes sense, but I don't know. I think it's going to be someone from Cody's past. Maybe we'll see Dustin Rhodes.
Oh,
I
that would
saw
be awesome. That would be awesome.
I saw a meme and it was Stardust on a phone talking to him, telling Randy to bring out the Viper because he wants the American Nightmare gone. He wants the real bad guy to come back. I was dying when I saw that meme. I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." But what if because we can play what if with the phone thing because it's a pretty cool thing, but what if it's The Rock talking to Randy because Cody didn't take him to his offer as being the corporate champion,
Maybe.
I mean, I could. I mean, it could be.
right?
I mean, he
You
was a
know,
part of there was like a corporate stable when Triple H and Stephanie were running things. I don't remember what they called themselves, but it was like Stephanie Kane was all in
yeah.
the suit and tie and
Yep, yep,
all that stuff.
And they had the big show in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
right, right. And that's the thing is they've opened everything up with all these big matches to not like all this outside involvement. It's got me guessing all over the place, but
yeah.
I am pretty sure though that Cody is not going to win this match. Um,
Oh no.
yeah,
I think Cody's gonna go away for a little bit, and then when he comes back, he's gonna be a different Cody, I guess. I
Right.
don't think he's coming back right away. I think he's going to take some time off.
Is he going to come back with black hair like he did in AEW when he came back as a bad guy?
Comes out with black hair and a mustache, kind of look
Yeah,
like Vince
right.
McMahon a little bit,
Well, that'd be just in
Oh
time
man.
though, Squash. You're coming out with mustache wax, aren't you?
Yeah. I got. I'm just about done with the first
You
test
got
batch, and then
you
we're
got
going from there. So
got to ship some out to Cody so he can be prepared when he comes back on the show, man.
absolutely, 100%.
Right. But you guys think it's going to be a clean fight, or you think there's going to be a lot of disqualification or a lot of shenanigans happening in this match?
I mean, there's shenanigans going on now, so I don't see why it wouldn't factor over. But I don't know how much. Somebody's going to get put through a table in this match. It's going to
Right.
happen.
Oh,
So
for sure.
Yeah.
What
I
throws
think
me off? Oh, go ahead, Shifty. Go
no,
ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say another thing that throws me off is his one comment where he mentioned to Cody when he was about the phone is you're not the only royal family.
yeah. I mean,
So,
he is a third generation wrestler when he said that. So man,
but does it open the door to a guy like Ric Flair? Does it open a door to The Rock because The Rock is Samoan royalty?
it is gonna be Axel, Kurt, Mr. Perfect's kid,
Oh yeah,
Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah,
Curtis
Curtis
Axel.
Axel.
There
He's
we
gonna
go.
be.
There we
He's
go.
on the phone. Yes.
Right. But I mean, it is kind of crazy how it does open doors to like you don't really know what's going to happen. You know
That
what I
opens a
mean?
lot of doors if you think about it. There's a lot of families, man. A lot of families. That's yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, finest. Jay did finally get replaced. We finally got rid of that bum. Yeah.
Oh boy.
The show is gonna have 100% more Shifty in it. Yes.
Oh man. Oh, you wait till Jay gets on here, man. Shots have already been fired on him.
You know what? I'm here. He's not. He can say. I can say all he wants, and he can't do anything about it.
You're getting them all wound up.
Eh.
Yeah, so the three big matches
Mhm.
so far all have like what's going to happen? Is there going to be outside interference? Are there going to be other people showing up? So I've never seen like a WrestleMania where all the big matches have this going on with them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the Drew Fatu one. I know that one we're going to
Right.
talk about in a second. That's,
Right.
to be honest with you, out of them all, that's probably the one I'm actually looking forward to the most
Me
because that
too.
one legitimately seems like they hate each other.
Yep.
So
Me
Right.
too.
Do you think
I'm a huge Fatu fan anyways.
yeah,
Like
right.
so
Yeah.
I think we all are. So
yeah.
Here's the big question though. So um what's going to happen? So who's going to win that match? Because if Jacob wins, does that slow down any momentum that Drew had?
I mean,
If
Drew's going away. He's going to film Highlander after this.
gotcha.
So he's gonna probably lose because I don't see him winning and then not
Right.
doing anything afterwards. So
Right.
I see him losing and then he's gonna quit finally and do that. And that's honest opinion. I think it's gonna happen. He's
Right.
like Sasquatch said, he's going away to film the movie.
Right.
It's just it's time. It's time to put fresh people in. I'm tired of seeing the rotation of Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Roman. Let's boost Jacob Fatu. Let's boost these guys. And now
Right.
I mean we got another match made that was just made on SmackDown. Carmelo
Right.
Hayes versus Sami Zayn. So
Right.
oh no, Trick Williams.
No,
or
no.
Trick Williams, my bad,
Trick
my bad.
Williams. Trick
Trick
Williams and
Williams, my
Sammy.
bad. Yeah, Trick
Yes.
Williams and Sammy.
Yeah, which that one made no sense. Like,
No,
why change the belt this close to Mania? Like, I understand it's a undercard belt, but still, and give it
I,
to and give it
I
to
kind of
Sammy, especially when Sammy was trying to go after the heavyweight title 2 weeks ago.
I
Like,
yeah.
what
kind of
made him all of a sudden change his momentum and go after this one?
I kind of get it though. It's kind of remember before we talked about in NXT, Carmelo Hayes and Trick were good friends, and then they had that rivalry, right?
Yep.
So Trick caused the loss. He goes after Sammy, beats Sammy at WrestleMania, and then we've got 5, 6 months of Trick Williams and Carmelo feuding. I kind of understand what they're doing because,
I'm okay with that.
yeah, because I mean,
So mine.
Carmelo and Trick had some awesome matches in
Mhm.
NXT, and they know how to work with each other. And I think that Carmelo can really make Trick look good and boost him even up more to go towards that heavyweight title. You know,
100%. 100%.
and the other good thing is it keeps him on the show, so it's not like we're gonna see him once every like 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
that way he doesn't fizzle out. So I mean, at first it did kind of shock me, but then I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing because there's already seeds have been planted from before because Carmelo and Trick have that feud. So
Mhm.
I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be interesting
Yeah,
at
that
least.
like I said, I'm just I I just mentioned this. I don't know what made them make the
Right.
change for
Yeah.
him to go after the
Right.
Intercontinental belt or the
Right.
European belt, whatever belt it is.
Right.
Especially when
Yeah.
Sammy was always talking about, "Oh, I don't have a chance for
Right.
the heavyweight title." But
Right.
just it
Right.
makes no sense, and especially since Carmelo has been on a run lately, for him to
Right.
lose and for him not to get a rematch at
Right.
least at Mania for the belt again. That I
Yeah.
don't understand either.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's going to just set up a bigger picture of younger talent. You know what I mean? People are tired of seeing Sammy. They're tired of seeing this one. I'd like to see. Hey, who knows? KO might come back. He might come back,
You know
interfere,
what?
set something up.
I've been hearing rumors about that I've been hearing rumors it might be sooner than later. So
Yeah.
Right.
So who knows? KO might come back. He might interfere and stun Trick Williams or stun Sammy. We don't know. We
Right.
don't know which way he's going to go. But I mean,
Right.
I'm for that too. But it's like my thing is there's too many possibilities, especially with like the main matches
Mhm.
with interference from the outside. Like I remember back in the day, there was
Mhm.
maybe like if it was like the main match, there wasn't really many run-ins or anything like that, unless it was like a heel was going to win right away. Now it's like, okay, this person could come in for this guy could come in for this guy, and it's like, maybe for one match, but not
Well,
all the main events or the main
you
title
know,
matches.
I think they took Eric Bishop's words too far when Eric Bishop said controversy creates cash. And I
Yeah,
think now
100%.
every storyline that they do right now has controversy. There's no clean like storylines. It's all like
Yeah,
just everything's controversial in all of them. So maybe, who knows? Maybe Eric Bishop is somewhere back there saying do this, do that, because it is like his playbook, you
I hope
know,
not.
yeah,
right?
as
But
long as it's not Russo, we'll be okay.
right.
That's
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know what happens when either one of those guys are at the table running things.
Well, what is it? Eric Bischoff just pays everybody too much money, gives
yep.
them open
Yeah.
contracts.
Open
And
contracts lets them do what they want to do. Oh my
and
god.
the swerve, bro. The swerve. Nobody see it coming, bro.
Right. So Squatch, let's talk about one of your favorites. Nia Jax and Lash Legend, they got a match at WrestleMania too, right?
Yep. I
Is
think
it
they're going after like Flair and Bliss, right?
I think so. Or who
Uh,
was did they just lose Friday night? I thought
Hold
they
on,
lost Friday
I have
night.
the matches. No,
Yeah, I
not that I
thought they just
know of.
lost the
I have.
Flair and Bliss.
I'm sorry.
Or is it Bailey?
I didn't really see SmackDown this week.
Right. I think they lost and didn't the Bella
Oh no, it full threat. It's between or four. I know it's Charlotte Flair, Nia and Lash, and Bailey and Lycaria. I don't. Maybe the Bellas. I don't know if they're in it, but I know it's a three-way. So three-way tag team match is
well,
gonna be garbage.
they just said that I think what was it? Nikki Bella got her foot hurt, her leg hurt or something last
Yeah.
Friday night on SmackDown. So I think the Bella twins are out.
Okay, so
Thank God.
it's gonna be a three-way tag team match, which
Right.
those never go well. I'm
No.
just it's too many people,
I mean,
too much stuff going
right.
on, and
I gotta
uh,
tell you honestly though, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, even if there's two other teams, they still didn't bring enough against them too. Those two women could
yeah,
destroy every single
yeah,
one of them, no problem. No
Yep.
yeah,
problem. I
yes, sir.
really hope they don't slow Lash and Nia's momentum down. Like these two women should be the most dominant female tag team we've ever seen. Those two are
Yep.
something else.
Yes, they are. They're crazy strong. They're charismatic, like crazy.
Right.
I mean, the only thing is, and Lash is really starting to come into her own right now.
Yes,
You know
she
what I mean?
is.
Like
Yes,
she
she
hasn't. I
is.
know she hasn't been wrestling for that long, but she is
Right.
much further along than a lot of people with her expertise. You know.
Right. Hi, Jay.
What's up, guys?
I'm so
Hey,
What's
glad
Sean.
up,
you
bro?
joined us.
Hey,
Right.
Dino.
Hey, Jay. You know the show starts at 7, right?
Hey, Sasquatch. Read my message right there. Sas-
uh,
Hey,
well,
I got that Chinese food out of your refrigerator, so that tells you a lot.
Aw.
Just saying. Just saying.
so moving on, since we're talking about the women, let's talk about this because this match is going to be kind of crazy too. The Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill match, because there's so many things that can be going on with this match, and there's a lot of rumors going on. What kind of is strange is they align Jade with a faction 3 to 4 weeks out from WrestleMania. It's
Yep.
not like she hasn't been in a faction before. She had, what was it, the bad girls or the
The
hotties or
baddies.
something,
The
the
baddies.
baddies in AEW. So I mean, we've seen her in a faction before, but to line them up this close to WrestleMania, right? But there's a lot of rumors circulating. I got a couple I'll talk about here in a minute, but what do you guys think about this match?
It's not going to be good. The only one out of that faction that actually can wrestle is Meechin.
Right.
Meechin is the only one that actually can do anything. BFAB is just there.
Right.
She's SmackDown version of Maxine Dupree. And
Right.
then you might as well just throw Jay into that faction too, because he's a woman, so it's fine.
So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. You know, I've heard some rumors. I mean, we heard some rumors that Bianca Belair is cleared. She had been going to training and she's been cleared. Here's my monkey wrench I'm gonna throw into this. Last year at WrestleMania, it was supposed to be Bianca Belair versus Io Sky for the championship. Rhea forced herself into a three-way match. Bianca Belair lost.
Yep.
I think Bianca's going to come down. She's going to help Jade. I think we're going to see a faction with her, Jade, Michin, and BFAB. I think after this that Bianca's going to go get the Raw Women's Heavyweight Championship, and we're going to see this women's faction kind of kill it for a little bit. It brings Michin back into it. Maybe they hype her up. She's now with the faction. Maybe she gets some stuff that she needs, and she becomes a mid card. Now BFAB, I don't think BFAB's going to wear any gold, but I think this could be pretty cool to see, and maybe see Jade and Bianca just dominate for a little bit.
Maybe.
So I'm going to take my
The-
poker chips and I'm going to stack them against you.
Sure.
And I'm going to go Bianca helps Rhea, and Io's going to come out also because they're friends. They were friends in NXT and
Mhm.
training partners in NXT. And I'm going to say that friendship is going to outweigh the whole Jade Cargill friendship. That's what I'm going with. I'm stacking all my chips on that one for that match.
Gotcha.
I'm going for 35 minutes, and the what are you guys talking about? First of
You would
all,
know if
they're
you
gonna
were
make-
here.
they're
I
gonna
mean,
make
just
Jade-
saying.
Sasquatch, let me talk. I've had all your talkie time. My time. Jade is gonna run lines. I agree with Dino. We got right here. The fact they're calling Jade Cargill the Storm, like, injure her and let her do some Marvel. Come to see her in I mean, it's on. But I do have to agree that there is going to be some Bianca Belair. Rhea, this whole faction thing is going to go back and forth until next year. But if Jade wins it, it's
Right.
either way, whoever wins it, this storyline is going to keep
Right.
going for a good year because this is the strongest and the only thing that they have in the women's division right now because
Right.
the tag teams are so weak. But I say Jade wins it. I said Michelin takes some, gets the other championship. They might even throw that Intercontinental Women's title on BFAB. I mean, we don't know how well BFAB can really wrestle. We've never seen it. But, don't count her out yet. They've kept her around this long for a reason. There's something there that, people are sleeping on.
Well, to the point, everybody keeps talking about, we need to see a fresh rotation. So Rhea's done just about everything. What more do you do with Rhea? You've invested a whole ton of money in Jade. It needs to pay off. There has to be the payday. And that's why I think that Jade is going to win and she's going to run a faction for a little while, because look at Roman Reigns. They put him in a faction. He ran it for a while. Dude, they've got to make money off Jade now. They put too much money they've invested in her. Rhea makes money no matter what. Rhea is like the Undertaker, right? Anywhere she goes, she makes money. She doesn't need a belt on her. She can make money anywhere and draw people anywhere.
I'd like to see a manager in this. Like, honestly, Paul Heyman hasn't really ran with women.
I think that would be awesome, but he's too busy with the vision or whatever it is, or whatever is going to happen.
He's got the vision. He's managing Brock. He's about to manage. I think y'all were right with Royce Keys. Like, they keep trying to say that there's no storyline for Royce Keys. They didn't just pull him from AEW just for him to sit on the back burner. They've got to use him, but WWE does what WWE does.
Right.
But I don't know. I think Paul Heyman's so involved in the storylines behind the scenes that, he's basically already running SmackDown. And rumor is that Paul Heyman is going to take over and be general manager for a little bit on SmackDown, because Nick is supposed to wrestle, right?
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Robert in the chat actually made a really good point. Michin only aligns herself with Jade, just screw Jade over, and to lose the title. That's a great point. I mean, it makes 100% sense.
It does too.
It does, but it makes more sense to align her with somebody that has star power and build her up, because Michin has not done anything in the past year and a half. The last time she was hot was when she was with AJ Styles. What was the
and that was weak sauce.
But here's the thing, though. But
that was the club.
But they had her at that level where she was going to take on Rhea Ripley in Judgment Day. That's the last time Michin was hot.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So there's still beef from that. There's still beef from that.
So why not keep her with Jade and in this faction? Because people get hot when they're in factions, man. Like, look at BFAB. BFAB and Michin, up until they just joined Jade, were backstage vignettes. That's all they were.
I mean, BFAB had that thing with what was the Swerve
Street Profits? Did she?
No,
not Street Profits. It was Top Dollar
and Swerve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that called? What were they called?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh. I can't think. But anyways,
didn't BFAB come out for a little while with the Street Profits? If I remember correctly,
she did.
She came out with the Street Profits for a little while.
Yeah.
She was managing them. Right. She was the valet or whatever. She was with them.
But I think that women succeed more when they have a heel turn. Because Rhea got popular from heel mommy. Okay.
Yeah.
Jade's doing great things as a heel. I think Michelin as a heel is going to be great, and she's going to be a powerhouse. No matter, she does pack a punch. She can wrestle. Man, if no one's checked her out in the indies, man, she was killing it in Japan.
She was. Yep. But, that's the thing is you've got these women. They're going to align them.
The group was called Hit Row. The group was called Hit
Row.
Hit Row, that's right.
The video game. I was thinking it was a video game. I couldn't remember what it was.
Right. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see. half of us are going to be right or half of us are going to be wrong.
And
Yeah.
to be honest with you,
Sasquatch is eating a sandwich.
I am not. Yeah, the one that your mom's making me. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I really don't care about this match. This might actually. I don't think I've ever said this, but this might actually be a bathroom match for me. So
Wow.
'cause I just don't care. I don't
We don't take mom
because
jokes, so-
Rhea's to the
Oh, he
What?
kicked
Oh,
himself
don't-
off.
Don't do
He
that
just
to
kicked
him,
himself
Jay.
off.
Don't do him to that, Jay. Let the man speak. Let the Squatch speak. Go ahead, Squatch.
all right.
Go ahead,
You're
Squatch.
you're done throwing your fit there, little fella. It's fine.
Not yet. Go
Nah,
on.
like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Jade's starting to lose that it factor that she used to have, and like that, I don't know if it's just because she's overexposed or they're just throwing her in everything. I'm starting to get tired of it, you know.
Well. Here's the problem with the Jade. This is the Jade situation. So when she doesn't wrestle, everybody complains she doesn't wrestle. When she's in the spotlight, people say she's in the spotlight too much. You can't have it both ways. I mean, she's a star. She's a
Yeah,
star.
I
You
mean,
know, and I think I think this match with Rhea is going to do both of them very good. Maybe
Yeah.
it creates a big feud. Maybe Rhea puts together a faction to go after them. Maybe we have two female factions, which would be awesome. Split up
The
these
only
tag
way-
teams. I mean, we've said it how many times. There are too many women's tag teams out there.
Yeah.
Let's get back to singles competition because ain't none of these women ever going to take the belts off Nia and Lash Legend.
No.
So they all might as well go single competition now.
The only way that this storyline works and plays out though is hopefully there's no injuries.
Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
Rhea gets injured, like the storyline just sinks. If Jade gets injured, the
Right.
storyline just sinks.
Right.
Then you got to go with plan Bs and plan Cs and everything. Like the men's division is, I mean, there's been tons of injuries. So hopefully all these women can stay healthy and the storyline can play out really well. I'm here for it. no matter what.
Did they even name this faction yet, or is it still just?
Yeah. Well,
they
I thought
name
it was the takeover.
don't
They're
know.
calling themselves the takeover.
okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't know.
That's what they said when this is the takeover. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I don't
know what would have only made Sasquatch more happy
With a sandwich?
What's that?
is if Enzo would have ran down with them and they would have called it the New World Order, the new version of NWO. Sasquatch would have loved it.
Oh, but
Can you
by the way,
imagine? I would have paid to see the Sasquatch's face if that would have happened. That would have been priceless.
that faction is called the Tormentors. Yeah, because that makes sense.
The
The
Tormentors.
tormentor.
Yeah, the Tormentors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is anybody doing the tormentor, the dominator? What's going
No
on?
idea.
You got the baddie that used to be the baddies and now we're called the tormentors. They're meant women. Okay, that's cool.
That sounds like a
Weak.
hardcore group. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they're going to put
Well,
people through tables and all that crazy stuff.
Well, here's another spin for you. What if Sasha Banks shows up and aligns herself with Jade?
You're still under contract though.
You never know. You never know. Stranger stuff has happened. You never know. You never know.
Stranger things have. Sasha Banks wasn't good when she was in WWE. I'll just say it right now.
Sure.
She's not.
Sure, I agree.
All she was a pretty face, pretty body, and she has mic skills. But can she wrestle? Why the hell did she win 21 belts to lose them all? For now, I don't know. Don't even bring that. Bring that trash in here.
She's signed until January 2027, so she ain't coming back.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get Enzo managing the ladies. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he brings that gaudy belt that he has for Fourth Row Productions or whatever.
Hey,
We're gonna see.
Ted DiBiase was rocking that belt this last weekend, the $1 Million Man. So I mean, it's got to mean something.
Well, we'll see Britt Baker come back or come to WWE. I don't know if she's
Love
under contract anymore with AEW.
Oh my god.
I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Right.
question
Speaking
is
of
it
Enzo,
heavier set? Oh, go ahead.
finish your thought.
I was gonna say unless it's the older Brit where she was a little bit heavier set, not this new thin Brit. Nobody wanted to see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
no, thicker Brit for sure. What I was gonna say
Yeah.
though, speaking of Enzo, Jacob Fatu had that, F around find out T-shirt, but it spelled out Fatu, and it was like fuck around and who's us. So there's more Fatus coming. There's another Rakishi son. He's big and beefy. Jacob, I think, or not Jacob, but Jeremiah, maybe. I forget his name. But if he's got the shirt, who's us? Who's fought? The only other Fatus, technically Usos, and they aren't going by the Fatus.
Well,
You can't
I hate to burst your
just
bubble.
change Usos to Fatu.
I just think it's a trend thing because look at Brock Lesnar's shirt, FA F5. I don't think I think it's just a trend. They're all coming out with their own F around and find out shirts because he's got one FA fuck around and F5. So
Yeah.
I think that's just a trend. I think they're just trying to cash in on that phrase.
What?
You know,
I mean,
I'm Zilla. Come on, dude. Paul Heyman said it this week. They better sign the opportunity rises. It's
sure,
got
but what do you do? But what do you do though? Timing is everything. If you brought Zilla now, what do you do to Jacob? What do you do? What do you do to him? Because you can't have to all these Samoans with rocket packs on them going to the top. It's timing. It's just not right for Zilla right now. The timing's not. You know, unless he goes to NXT and just starts wreaking havoc. Because if he comes up to the main roster, you know, Jacob Fatu is the one that's doing it right now.
I think he should.
You know?
have him come as have him interfere as a masked man. Have him interfere as a masked man. Go to NXT. No more masked man. No. So listen though. Hear me out. Right? Have him wear like a werewolf mask. Help Jacob beat Drew. Call it a day. Right? Nobody knows who it is. He goes to NXT, wreaks havoc on NXT like Solo did. And then Solo got called up to join the Bloodline, right? The enforcer, you know. And I think it'd be good for his career to be in NXT first because he's still learning, you know. Unless they're going to make a tag team out of him and Jacob, you know, they could do that because they did that in the Indies for a while.
Because then you got to
right, but that's what I'm saying. We don't want to slow down Jacob's Solo run. Yeah, and like that's the only other thought too. But he's wrestling.
That's what
he's wrestling Karrion Kross the weekend of WrestleMania in Vegas.
Right.
I feel like he's going to be there because honestly, Zilla's at all the parties. He's at all the after parties. He's in WWE buildings. It's like it's there. He's interrupted and crashed NXT podcast.
Sure.
The signs are there. It's just, hey, when's it happening?
Right.
But I really don't want them to slow down the momentum of Jacob. I think Jacob too if Roman wins it, then it should be still Jacob versus Roman. I think that would be a good rivalry. Then, you know, a decent blood, you know, because sooner or later these MFTs are going to be done. You know, they've already put plenty of this. What are they going to do once that's? They got to put him somewhere. You can't. You back to the drawing board of NXT. Like,
right.
I don't know. They've done so much damage with Solo that it's really because he was such a good champion and had such a good run with NXT and he line, but now they've made some kind of comedy and can't win a match.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of comedy, who is Danhausen going to curse at WrestleMania?
That's what I got.
Who's Danhausen?
How many more enhancement talents are there on the roster that he can go after?
Well, do you see he did I saw a reel on him today. He was backstage and he was looking at all the trailers. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this one's got a trailer. Ooh, this one." And Tiffany Stratton had two, and he's like, "She's got two? I'm gonna go talk about this." So is he gonna go curse her now?
I hope not. I hope not.
I-
I'm tired of tipping time. I'm good.
you know,
What?
speaking of Tiffany,
She did
you
have a
can see
bad
that it's
botch.
like they're
She did have a yeah.
sure. But you see they're kind of mid
Go ahead.
carding her now. She's gonna be on NXT this next week. But what if Tiffany I think the problem is I don't like her as a babyface. I think Tiffany makes a way better heel. And I think they gotta heel turn her again. When she was a heel, her attitude was right for the heel. Now
Yeah.
it's kinda like when she's a babyface, it's like, "Tiffy time." I'm like, it doesn't
Uh,
play well, you know?
it's cringy. It's
Yeah,
cringy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think, Squash?
I think she had her moment, and then ever since the injury, they haven't really done anything with her. I
Right.
don't think she had like a good 2 week run of maybe a month run of actually being champion and being over. It's just there's so it basically her momentum died after that Charlotte Flair promo. If you noticed that
Yeah,
after that, it's just been a slow decline.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's just
Well,
they see something in her, like she's got. Yeah, I was gonna say she's athletic. She can do a lot of stuff, but at the same time, so can every other female wrestler on the roster. Can do almost the same exact stuff that she can do, if not better. So
Yeah.
I mean,
whoa,
she
whoa,
doesn't
whoa.
have the prettiest
Who's doing a
moonsault
better
in the female version. Oh, Charlotte still has a better moonsault than her. You know, Io
I
has a
haven't
better
seen
moonsault
Charlotte
than
do a
her.
moonsault.
Sol Ruka has a better moonsault for sure.
100%, exactly. So it's just like there's
He's
nothing
got
that she can do that hasn't already been done by somebody else on the talent on the roster that's been done better. That's the
Yeah.
thing. She's just a pretty face right now. So
right.
okay.
Yep.
But
I think you hurt Jay's feelings, Squash.
whatever.
I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care.
No.
oh boy.
What's your name again?
Your daddy. That's my name.
It doesn't
Shots
matter
fired.
what your
Shots
name
keep
is.
coming.
Oh, dude, it's too late. I already got one in. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I already got one in. So
Yeah.
So, guys, any
Yeah.
other
You
what
got one
ifs you
in.
think might happen at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I got
what ifs?
one. I got one. It's going out there on a limb, honestly.
Right.
But what if Randy Orton, he's been on the phone, right? What if he was on the phone with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, and he's building a new faction, like an Evolution faction almost, and he's the leader now, and not Triple H.
I get it.
maybe.
I
Yeah,
get it.
maybe.
The only doubt I have about that is how would they tell him to listen to the voices? They don't really know him.
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody that knows him.
Well,
I think that
I'm
idea is
thinking those
cool.
two guys because they have history with Cody and AEW.
Sure.
Maybe.
So I mean, I seen an article about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Right. Right.
There's so many variables going around right now, and so many rumors. You don't know what it just plays with your head. Plays with your head, and you're like, oh my god, this could be true. This could be true. Like, what if? There's
Right.
we've all. I remember one night we all in our group chat were talking what ifs for like 3 hours.
Right.
You know, like my
Right.
favorite what if, and I wish this would happen is like, what if Obafemi, Royce Keys, Carmelo Hayes, and Trick Williams formed a nation. Like,
Right.
I would love to bring a Nation 2.0 because of the nostalgia of the Nation,
Sure.
and have Danhausen be the Owen Hart of the Nation.
Wow.
Like, let's go.
Well, you know what? I'm all for that. You know, if that doesn't happen, we all riot. That's it. That's it.
Wow.
That's
I think we found the faction of the Suplex Syndicate over here. It's the two big guys.
Oh man,
Jeez. I mean,
this is what happens. This is what
fun.
happens.
I do like it. I do like
I was
your
gonna
theories.
say,
I do like a new nation.
yeah,
That would be legit. You got Carmelo and you could have Carmelo and Royce Keys as the tag team champions, Trick Williams as Intercontinental or US champion, and have Oba as the world champion. Just run.
Yeah, so Oba would be Mark Henry, Carmelo would be D'Lo, Kirk would be The Rock, and who would be Farouk.
I think for me, my opinion, it would be. I feel like Royce Keys would be more of a Farouk style guy, and obviously Oba's Mark Henry.
Yeah, okay.
And then you have Trick as The Rock, and then Carmelo as D'Lo, the high flyer.
right.
Yeah, you know what? Ted DiBiase Jr. would be crazy. He just got released from prison. That would be crazy if he was on the phone.
My jaw would drop. My jaw
That would be
drop.
crazy. That would be crazy.
I do like the twist of what if Randy was talking to himself, but they make it where like Randy's on the screen talking to Randy, and like he does videos against himself and everything. Like he's legitimately talking to himself, and there's like a twisted side to it. But supposedly Randy said he wasn't talking to himself, and that's too much of a I don't know, an easy variable. I honestly think, like, I think you guys had it right. I honestly, I say it would be The Rock. I think Randy's going to be a Rock guy, and I think CM Punk's going to be a Rock guy, and it sets up for Rock versus Roman in Saudi.
Yep, 100%. And that's going to be their money making match that year.
Yeah,
the following year. That's going to be because the Saudi in Saudi Arabia, they love the old school guys. Like I don't know if you guys heard at Rumble, they were chanting for John Cena. He's retired.
Right.
He's not coming back, guys. Sorry, he's not making a one-off for the Royal Rumble for you guys.
Right.
They love it.
And that could go crazy too. Like if you think about it, what if The Rock came in and he just does a huge takeover? He's got the two champions, the guys.
Yeah.
What if this Jade faction was a setup for her and her and the girls to be part of the corporation? What if he just starts a new corporation where it's just he's going to have all the gold, everybody's going to be on his side, and it's going to be kind of like when it was NWO versus WCW, right? You just make it that this is the faction, and anybody else,
or like back in the Attitude Era, the corporation when Vince was running things.
Right.
Yeah.
They had all the titles,
Right.
And then you have Triple H coming in trying to settle everything, and ain't nobody settling The Rock, because you already seen there was friction between them backstage. I know it was part of the story or whatever, but you got Triple H trying to say this is my WWE, and Rock's like, no, it's
not anymore.
I have everything. Yeah, I love it. I'm here.
I'm here for that too. Honestly, I literally just watched the Undertaker versus Big Boss Man steel cage match or Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah,
dude, the one where he hangs
I just watched that. Yeah.
As a kid, that scared so bad.
100%. Same here.
Yeah, it did.
And then you had Edge and Christian and Gangrel on the top of the cell. As it's going up.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think, guys? Any other what ifs? Sasquatch, you have any what ifs?
I don't, no, unfortunately. So
alrighty. Well, you know what? Before we get out of here, because we've been on here for a little bit over an hour, we got to mention this guy again, the Elegant Sasquatch, man. He's got a lot of awesome products coming out, and Squatch, I would say they have till 8 o'clock, but 8 o'clock's already come and
Yeah.
gone.
The
But
sale is officially over. You guys got to wait 365 days for that sale to come in. Pick up the Skywalker and Apex King, two fantastic scents. If you like aquatics, Apex King is your jam. If you want to go out on a limb and a little bit more cologne wise, the Skywalker is a black licorice. That's not crazy black licorice. And then you got Gina's, the Chaos, the Queen of Carnage, which is a fantastic scent. And then you got
cherry. If you like cherry, grab
yeah,
Gina's scent profile. That
cherry,
thing is
chocolate,
awesome.
leather. It
Yep.
works a little spicy. And then you got mine. It's a smoked cognac. It's not bad. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. So
You don't give yourself enough
No,
credit
no, no.
because yours is awesome.
Don't sell that short.
Yours is awesome.
Yeah, that one is
Right.
amazing. Yeah.
Right. Now we
The
just gotta
Enforcer, pick it up.
now we just gotta wait and see what he comes up with for Shifty for the next
yeah,
round. So yeah.
I do. It's
Right.
it's gonna be a tough, you know.
Right.
So
It's gonna be a little shifty.
So everybody out in the chat, we will not be on next week because it's going to be Easter next week, and I'm
Yep.
pretty sure everybody's going to be enjoying their Easter dinner, enjoying their family. Shouldn't be on here watching us. You should be enjoying your family. So we will not be on next Sunday, but the following Sunday, that'll be actually the
that would be the go home show before Mania.
the go home show before Mania. Yeah,
Yep.
which I may not be here for. I've got to go to a convention in Indiana to go see Paul Stanley from Kiss. So,
Oh, great.
yep,
That's
so
awesome.
I
Look
mean,
at
I
Jay.
see how it
Look at
is.
Jay.
We're not as good as Paul Stanley. I see how it is. You know, what are
thank
we,
you,
chopped
Squash.
liver now? Is that what it is?
But there is the weekend before. I think it's on a Sunday. I'm going to try to see if I can't swing it, and I might be able to get you something, Sasquatch, because there is a toy store, comic book store about 5 to 10 miles away from my house, and I drove by it the other day, and they said that WrestleMania weekend, Axe and Smash Demolition
My favorite tag team of all time.
are gonna be there or something, or the weekend before the weekend. I gotta go by it and see it again, but there's a
Let
date
me
that they're
know.
gonna be there.
I'll be there too.
That's
So
awesome.
I have to see and make sure. So
That's awesome.
if I can make it happen, I'm definitely gonna get you something signed. I don't know what I'll
Fantastic.
get signed, but I'll get something signed for you if I can
That's
make it
awesome.
happen.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
But guys, I'll tell you what, man. Shifty, it's awesome that you are now a permanent member. I think the chemistry on this show is awesome with you on it. It's a great time. You guys are awesome. I enjoy this show.
Thank you.
We always have a fun time. Even though even though Sasquatch bags on my girl Jade, I still have much love for him, But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. And Jay, you were late today, so I don't know. You know what? Shifty, it's your first show as official member. Send us out, Shifty. Send us out.
You guys, this has been Suplex Syndicate, and we're out of here.
Peace.